I remember growing up, and we were poor. He was a janitor. He worked a lot of hours. I just wish my dad would have had the tools to bless and affirm me when I was a kid. He worked hard and he modeled a good work ethic, but he was such a broken man. He didn't really have much to pass on to me. There was no real relationship there at a heart connection. Most kids growing up today, if they don't have a connection with their father, they fill in the blank. They fill it in a negative way. You know, I guess I wasn't lovable enough. I guess if I were different, then maybe they would have loved me. And it's been a long journey for me, and I want to help multiply that healing process for young men. God's a redeeming Father, and I believe that the vision for Manhood Camp really came out of the pain in my story, but it wasn't supposed to end there. It was really to fuel a movement in the inner city to begin that conversation toward healing and wholeness, to re-engage with their Heavenly Father, and to begin to be mentored and discipled so that they could gain the tools that they were going to need to break that cycle of hopelessness, to break the power of that father wound that's so destructive in their own lives.
I've been fatherless my whole life. Before, I used to have trouble trusting any other guy, and I feel like I'm learning something new every time I come.
You're not alone. There's people to help you. You got mentors to mentor you, show you what it means to be a man of God.
It's like kind of breathtaking, and it just pulls me away from that bad life and placement, and I have like what God has for me here.
Two of the things that have rocked me so far with the young men here is their openness. Like they have baggage, they know they have problems, and they're very open about their brokenness. That desire to not just say, I know I'm broken, but I want to be made whole and I want to walk in freedom, that right there, man, has made this whole weekend probably a staple weekend for my entire year.
In fact, I remember lamenting over, complaining to God in my 20s. Lord, how come I don't have any men that want to mentor me? And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and then one day I woke up and realized that He had provided all that. And one of those men was Larry Acosta and the other brothers at UYWI that came around and affirmed me and helped me get the skills to be the leader that I am today.
It takes a man to teach a boy how to become a man. We see this mentoring relationship begin to happen, similar to how it should be when a father is teaching their son how to mow the lawn. Things as practical as how to tie a tie, how to treat a woman, how to change the oil on a car, how to change a tire. You begin to see like a kid come alive, like, wow, I feel empowered. I feel like someone believes in me. Someone is transferring skills to me that I didn't have before. And really, Manhood Camp is about that kind of emotional coaching and that kind of connection, that heart connection that's transferred.
When I grew up, I didn't have a ministry like this to lean on. I didn't have a ministry like this to coach me. I didn't have a ministry like this where a Christian, godly man would throw his arms around me and tell me that I had value and that I had worth. So I thank God that here's an organization right here that is transforming the lives of young men by communicating a message. You have value and worth to God.
As I look to the future, I think of thousands of kids that have been set free from the pain of their father wound and are leading healthy and whole families. And those dads that are breaking that cycle, I look forward to them one day returning and saying, thank you for starting me on that pathway toward God-honoring masculinity, toward sowing a vision for leading a God-honoring family. I wish Manhood Camp would have existed when I was a kid. I wonder where I'd be today if I would have started this journey toward wholeness earlier on. But I'm so grateful that it's here now, and I hope we can break this cycle of fatherlessness with this generation.